Hello, 7th and 8th graders. We are going to take a quick look at the summary and setting for our new book, the Screwtape Letters, along with the main characters. Yesterday, I told you a little bit about the book and how it was designed to be a handbook for what not to do. So hopefully you've gotten a good start on reading it and you're getting into it. I'm going to use my old-fashioned whiteboard here to just go over some things that we should know about the Screwtape Letters. First of all, the Screwtape Letters was written by C.S. Lewis, as we know, and it was a series of letters or articles for The Guardian, which is a British publication. At the time, it was issued as a weekly newspaper. The Guardian still exists today, mostly internet articles, I believe, but they also have a printed copy. So this is an old publication. And it's interesting that every week C.S. Lewis would print a new letter, and this was eventually became the book that we're reading now, the Screwtape Letters. The setting for the book was actually current for C.S. Lewis. It was written during wartime, and maybe you can tell me which war where Nazi Germany invaded Europe. And that was the time that the Screwtape Letters is actually set, as well as written by C.S. Lewis. And of course, we know that was World War II. But so think about it as you read it. The surrounding time frame is Europe is on the verge of being taken over or conquered by Germany. Thankfully, that was not part of God's plan for Europe, and Hitler was eventually defeated. But at the time, there was a lot of uncertainty and a lot of unrest and fear, and it was a difficult time. So as you're reading through the book, you can kind of keep that in mind. Then we have our main characters. There are really only three main characters, although other people are mentioned, not by name. But of course, we know that Screwtape is the demon who's writing the letters, and the letters are being written to Wormwood, Screwtape's nephew. And Wormwood has been given the job of working, quote unquote, on a man who we call the patient. That's what C.S. Lewis referred to him as. He did not give him a name, he just called him the patient. And something interesting about the patient, C.S. Lewis later said that everything that the patient is going through is something that he himself had to go through during his life. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Of course, we know he didn't marry until much later, but it's interesting that as he looked back on his life, he could really reflect on the patient and see himself there. So those are some things you need to know as you get ready to read. And remember C.S. Lewis's warning, as we saw in the introduction to the book yesterday, the devil is a liar. So keep that in mind as you read. Now, on Friday, I'm going to ask you to answer a mystery question. And this really doesn't have anything to do with the Screwtape Letters, but it just something kind of fun and creative that we can do. And you can write a sentence, just a quick answer is all I need. But I am going to ask you a question from Would You Rather, and it looks like it's mirrored, so the words are backwards. But here's the question for you. Would you rather be able to go forward in time on 3 different occasions in your life, or go back in time once? Let me repeat that for you. Would you rather be able to go forward in time on 3 different occasions in your life, or go back in time once? So if you answer that question, I will be giving you extra credit for humanities class. Also, don't forget to comment if you are able. I will give you some extra credit for that too. But keep reading. Let's see, by Friday, you should have read through, again, letter 19. And that sounds like a lot of reading, but really the letters are only about a page long, so it shouldn't be difficult for you. So I look forward to hearing what you would rather do. All right, you guys have a great week and keep reading, and we will see you again soon.